What is up, guys? Campo back here today, back at the office, and I'm going to look up what sports I'm probably going to be watching this weekend and what I will be predicting to happen. I will not be betting this weekend purely because I'm trying to save up for a house and everything, so can't bet this weekend. But I will show my predictions out there, and if I was to bet, who would I bet on? And you never know, I might change my mind to put a cheeky little $5 bet. You never know. But this weekend, I've got the screen up on my left here. This weekend, UFC-wise, will be probably my second main focus. It is the UFC Fight Night Rosenstruck versus Almeida. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not going to worry too much about the prelim card. I'll just watch that on my own without any predictions or anything. But the main card, let's see here. We've got Tim Means versus Alex Verano. I actually didn't see this one last night. I was actually looking these up last night. But that fight, just looking at it now. Okay. I'm not going to actually... I'll leave that one alone. I won't predict on that one. But you got Carlos Ulberg versus Ior Porteria. I'm so bad pronouncing names. But for that one, I was looking at that one last night, but I think Carlos Ulberg, he's looking like he's on a tear. And I got to go for my New Zealand boys. They're awesome, but he looks like he's just fucking on a good run right now. I reckon that will be fight of the night because both of them are knockout kings. It might be a quick fight of the night, but it's a fight of the night nonetheless. Carlos Ulberg, put your money on him. Then you got Daniel Rodriguez versus Ian Gary. Ian Gary, this is a setup fight. Like, Rodriguez is on his down. I've checked his last couple fights. It's on his downfall. This is a setup fight for Ian Gary, 11-0. He needs, like, it's set up for him to get past. So, save bet, Carlos Ulberg, Ian Gary. And then the next one, Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. This is a kind of a funny one. I was saying to my mates, this one's called the Battle of the Glass Chins. I love Anthony Smith and I do like Johnny Walker, but let's face it, these guys get knocked out pretty regularly. I might just lean it towards Anthony Smith just because he's more technical. Like, it's technical versus the wild card. But Johnny Walker did get a win on his last fight, but I don't know. For this one, it's whoever hits each other first. Unless Anthony Smith gets a hold of him. So I'm going to go Anthony Smith. Then you got Rosenstruck versus Almeida. I was hyped on Rosenstruck for a while, and then he just kept showing me up one after the next fight that he's a bit more one-dimensional than I thought. And this Amelia guy, a lot lighter, a lot quicker, on his way up. So I'm going to bet my money on him if I do. So just to reiterate, Carlos Ulberg, Ian Gary, Anthony Smith, and Amelia. And then my main focus this weekend as well will be the AFL, because I am really hyped on this season right now. Not because Dockers are winning. Well, they did win that last game. But this Friday, we got Richmond versus Geelong. That's actually a pretty good match, to be honest. I'm going to tip towards Geelong. West Coast versus Suns. Probably going to go Suns. West Coast look terrible. Swans versus Freo. Quick second to talk about this. Freo did win their game last week, but the way they played looked like they should have been playing like this all season. This is a real tipping point, I reckon. If we can win this, then actually might get my sparks of hope coming back up. But it's in New South Wales. I'm sorry, boys. But I'm going Dockers. But if I was betting man for this, I'll probably go Swans. North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide, probably Port Adelaide. Hawthorn versus Melbourne, probably Melbourne. Brisbane versus Essendon, that's a pretty good game. But I will be going Brisbane for that one because I actually reckon they'll win this season. Carlton versus Bulldogs, probably go Carlton for that one. Crows versus St Kilda, I'll go St Kilda. That'd be a pretty good game. Collingwood versus Giants, probably Collingwood. Those are my tips for the AFL game of the week. Oh, that would be a hard one. I'm going to go Brisbane and Essendon. That looks like that would be a pretty fucking good game to me. Yeah, Brisbane versus Essendon on Saturday at 5:25. I'm gonna go Brisbane versus Essendon for my game of the week prediction. And not much else going on for Formula One. That's not till next week. Emilia Romagna, but fucking Max Verstappen wins every fucking time anyway. That's the shitty thing about F1. It's like, if you get a car and you win one season, you're probably going to win the next 10 seasons. Well, at least next 3 seasons. But yeah, so I'll watch the highlights of that next week. Looking up boxing, I haven't found anything until next week. This week, we got Rolly Romero fighting. That's a name I recognize. But besides that, a lot of names I don't recognize. Pretty good just to look on the highlights on YouTube or Instagram or something like that, see if anyone stands out. But nothing there from me that makes me interested. Then you got the NRL, and I might dip in and out. I'm really in and out of NRL usually. But I might watch the game, maybe Storm Broncos. I like how Broncos are on top right now. Are they still on top? Yeah, still on top. Yeah, so I really enjoy how the Broncos are on top, and I do like them as a team. But yeah, they'll be playing today, actually, at what time we're recording. So Storm Broncos, yeah. But my main focus is AFL, UFC this week, and that's pretty much all from me. I might see if I can get a chance to watch anything else, but usually I don't. I usually get to watch one game and wake up early for the UFC. That is my predictions for the week. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.